Hi, welcome back to the BookEnds YouTube channel. My name is James McGowan. I'm the literary assistant here at BookEnds, and for those of you that don't know, also the social media manager. Given everything that's been going on with the social distancing, we have been forced to get creative with social media, and I tasked the BookEnds team with a bunch of creative prompts to get their juices flowing in terms of social media content. So they've all been taking a bunch of Instagram photos and writing up tweets and sending me their best write tips and query tips, and that's what we're doing here today. I've asked the BookEnds team to film a video passing along their best query tips they can to writers. And without any further ado, I'll go first. So my best query tip is simple. Just know exactly who and exactly what you're querying. So know the agent's name, the proper spelling, the proper iteration of it. Don't call them outside of their name, especially if you don't know that they like to be called something outside of their name. Know the proper agency. Make sure that you're getting those details right on your query. And always know what you're querying and whether that agent accepts that. I wouldn't want to be queried with an adult romance. It's not something I represent. And it's just a quick automatic rejection for me. So just make sure that you're getting the agents right when you're sending out those queries. It's just going to save you time in the long run and the added disappointment of a rejection. So just make sure you've got those small details right. Now I'm going to pass over the mic to Jessica Faust, and you'll see a bunch more of my BookEnds colleagues passing along their best query tips. Good luck, and we hope you'll think.
Hey James, thanks for the great idea and thanks for tossing it over to me. So I'm Jessica Faust, president of BookEnds, and my query tip is a long tried and true one from me, and that's get yourself a query critique group, one that's separate from your regular critique group. You want a group of people who have never read your book before and read that query like they would the back cover copy of the book. The goal is to get them to read it, the query that is, and to say, oh my God, can I read the book? If they're not doing that, you got to get back to work on that query and maybe even the book, because that query critique group is going to be your test for querying agents. The goal, to get them to really want to read the book. Good luck. Keep querying, keep writing, and stay well. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Kim Lionetti, and my best query tip is to personalize your query as much as possible. It's important to show that you've done your research before you've started the querying process. So if you can specify an MSWL, something from that person's manuscript wish list, or any other kind of interest that you've read about on social media, you should absolutely use that information. I know when somebody refers back to something that I've tweeted or something that I said at a conference, it makes me feel like that person was part of the same conversation with me, and it makes it that much harder for me to say no. So strive for those connections.
Hi, I'm Naomi Davis. I work a lot in science fiction and fantasy, so one of the best query tips that I can offer is to make sure that if you're working in science fiction and fantasy, your query is very concise and to the point. One of the most amazing things about science fiction and fantasy is how big and sprawling the worlds can be and how impressive the world building can be. You may have a very good reason for why you've given like an island or a title or another sort of location a very specific fantasy proper noun, and that may even be a word of your own creation or in your own language, and all of that's awesome. But in the query is not the right place to show off those skills, because I will see that in the manuscript. When I'm reading a bunch of queries every day, I need to not be spending my energy translating and deciphering words. I need to just know it's a city, it's an island, it's an iceberg, it's a troll, whatever. But those proper nouns can happen in the manuscript. In the query, keep it concise, keep it common nouns so that it's easy for me to understand what is happening and decide if I want to read more.